An additional mobility test that we'll perform with the patient in prone on elbows is the dorsal ventral translational springing test in a preposition of extension. This test is aimed towards provoking the patient's symptoms and can serve as an end-field test in the case of a patient suffering from retrolysthesis. To perform the test, we'll start out at T10 on T11 and ventrally spring the segments, moving the spinous processes forward. So L5, 4, 3, 2, 1, T12, 11, 10. We'll take our hypothenar eminence, place that ulnar side of our hand on the dorsal aspect of the spinous process, with our hand perpendicular to the plane at that segment, and our other hand grasping that hand to provide extra mobility force. We're going to ventrally translate the segment to the end of its segmental translation. We'll do it in an oscillatory fashion, and then we'll take up the slack of the segmental translation, and in the event that we did not provoke the patient's symptoms with the test to this point, we can add a gentle overpressure. We'll go down to the next segment, provide the same technique. We're going to work our way all the way down to L5 on S1 in this fashion. So I'll remove the model, and now we'll demonstrate it on the patient. As previously mentioned, we're going to use the ulnar side of our hand, the hypothenar eminence, over the dorsum of the spinous process. You'll notice that my hand is perpendicular to the plane of the back at that segment. I'll place my hypothenar eminence first at T10. My mobilization hand will grasp that hand as shown, and then I'm going to give a ventral translation in a direction of my hand which is perpendicular to the plane of the back. I'll first perform the test in an oscillatory fashion, taking the segment to the end of its range, translatory range in that direction, and at the end I can take up all the slack and provide overpressure in the event that the test didn't previously provoke the patient's symptoms. I can go down to the next segment and perform the same test. Now, I may have to adjust my hand angle a bit to accommodate changes in the spine's plane at that level. I'll go down to the next segment and keep performing the test all the way down till I reach L5 on S1. Now you've noticed, and by the time I've reached this point in the spine, that perpendicular hand placement is different in space, but it's still perpendicular to the plane of the spine. I can go down here to L4. And now for L5, because it's difficult to reach at times, I can place my thumb over the dorsum of L5, and then I'll use my other hand's hypothenar eminence to push L5 ventrally.